Hey everybody, Dr. Diane, your chronic illness expert, talking all month about numbness and tingling and root causes. Make sure you subscribe to the channel to get all of this information and not miss any of the videos this month. I'm building on top of all the videos we talk about here. This video, we're talking about lab testing. We're talking about missing labs. Make sure you watch the video a couple of times ago where I talk about the things to rule out with neurologists to make sure you don't have certain disease processes going on. But very commonly in my work, I find that a lot of people go to neurologists, they rule out the big, bad, scary things. Things are normal. And what the heck is causing the numbness and tingling? And that's what we're going to talk about today, the lab tests that you may be missing. I'm going to give you a link here where you can order some of these lab tests direct to consumer. Most of these tests I do not see run by standard medicine. So you definitely want to consider that. I also encourage you to come to my next free masterclass. In this masterclass, we're going to be talking about numbness and tingling, what labs you could be missing, and more. So let's go through this in more detail. So once you've ruled out the basics, you've had all your standard labs, right? We're talking about beyond then. So last time we talked about some of the common missing root causes. We talked about allergies, and that's also including food sensitivities, which is when your body reacts to food, not via histamine. So a true food allergy, which can cause things like numbness and tingling, is when your body reacts to food by releasing histamine. Your body can also react to food in a non-histamine mediated mechanism, which just basically means your body's reacting to food. It's inflaming you, it's creating problems, but it's not actually through the molecule histamine. So food allergy, your body releases the molecule histamine, causes a lot of inflammation, can cause itchy eyes, runny nose, those allergy kind of symptoms. Food sensitivity, other molecules, non-histamine, can also cause numbness and tingling. So that's what you want to really consider. Oftentimes people go to allergists and get allergies ruled out, but they haven't looked at food sensitivity. So you want to consider that. Infections. So we want to consider Lyme disease. We want to consider parvovirus. We want to consider chronic herpes, chronic HPV. We want to consider EBV and CMV, all of these viruses that can live dormant. There's lab tests for that. I recommend the test called the Tick-Borne 2.0. That is your most thorough test for insect-borne stealth infections. Stealth infections are things we talked about in that last video, things that we talked about that absolutely can really play a huge role with what's going on from a chronic infection from a chronic infection standpoint leading to that numbness and tingling. Super duper duper important. You absolutely want to do this. So make sure you get that taken care of as well. And then chronic toxins. So the test I recommend for this is called the Total Tox. Total Tox is going to look at metals, glyphosates, mold toxins, other hidden toxins such as plastics that can cause inflammation in the body. Remember, when we're talking about hidden root causes of nerve issues like numbness and tingling, we're talking about anything that can come in and create nervous system inflammation. So if you're going to get 3 tests out of this that are just hidden root causes, get the Tick-Borne 2.0, get your Total Tox, get your food sensitivity test. Now, if you're like, how am I going to understand what these tests means? That's where my group program comes in. So if you get these tests and you're like, I don't know what this stuff means, I don't know what to do, join my group program. We have videos on how to interpret. We have live Q&A calls. You can talk about your labs. We can talk about protocols that help support you, bring you back to wellness, those kind of things. So definitely check that out as well. So that is an education-based program. It's purely on educating you. What do the labs mean? And what is some of the research saying on how to recover from these sorts of illnesses? Super wonderful, super useful. So again, those are kind of the 3 top missing labs that I see people go through or see people need in situations like we're talking about. In the subsequent videos this month, we're going to be talking about more around how some of these types of things that could come up positive in the lab, how they could actually be like mechanistically, what are they actually doing to create that numbness and tingling? So that is to be continued. See you in the next video.